has been my pleasure to watch your children work with my children this week. My children are getting a little longer than some of them, but a little grayer than the old man. We're so glad you're out here. Hopefully that little spit we just got there will be a minor inconvenience. We apologize for the vehicle impression coming from underneath the stands.
Birds.
The bird roosting aversion therapy seems to be going full bore this morning. What are you going to do? Anyway, we've had a great time this week. These kids have worked very hard, which is not a surprise to you at all. And hopefully they go back to their programs and have some new things to share with their peers and a new attitude and a new outlook on how to help their band directors make this the best year for your marching bands ever. And thank you once again. And at this point, I'm going to turn today's ceremonies over to the director of the Drum Major Camp, Mr. Corey Jones.
Your kids are great. My name is Corey Jones. I'm the director of the drum major portion of the camp here at CMU. And it's my pleasure to introduce these wonderful people behind me and in front of me. And now all behind me. We wouldn't be able to do what we do this week without a world-class staff. We have years and years, I think over 100 years of experience combined on the staff. We always say we're going to calculate it, but we're not math people, we're music people. So I would like to introduce the staff right now, and then we'll get started showing you what your kids have been working on all week. In our housing department, taking care of all the sick kids, all the kids with questions, and making sure things run really smoothly, we have the director of the housing portion, Katie Reed. And she couldn't be here with us today. She had a wedding to go to, but Christine Chapman. Holland, sorry. I knew her way back when before she got married. And our athletic trainer, down on the end there, Anthony Slupo. Who I will continue to say has been the best hire that this camp has made in a very, very long time. He makes sure that your kids stay healthy and safe, making sure they stay hydrated and all other sorts of great things, so they're nice and healthy. Hydrate or dihydrate, that's right. In our color guard portion of the camp, Mr. John Devkowitz. And his wonderful color guard compatriots, Joan Noble-Pruitt, who's not able to be with us today. And color guard captain here at CMU, Mackenzie Passwell. On my staff, on the drum major staff, we have Miss Amy Walling, Alexis Johnson, Melanie Mrozek, who has been stretching your children out for the past week. She's a yoga and stretch expert, and so she leads stretches every morning and afternoon. Nathan Kralik. Kurt Mai. Teaching our beginning conductors, Mr. Matt Shepard. It's also worth noting that Mr. Shepard is a Grammy Awards finalist, semi-finalist, quarter-finalist for the Music Educator of the Year. It's a really big deal. Best teacher of the year. our current drum majors here at CMU, Taylor Scooch, hide him up. And Mr. Brendan Wilk. This is a transition. So, before we've only had the drum major and color guard portions of our camp. This year we decided to add something new, where we added a drumline portion to our camp. So these kids came in and they learned different drum instruments and different cadences. They did a variety of activities, and leading that charge for the first year, the inaugural year, is Mr. Tim Mockney. So at this point, I'm going to hand the mic over to Tim. He's going to show you and explain to you a few things that our inaugural Drumline camp has been working on this week, and we will have a seat. Here you go, Tim.
All right, so here we have our inaugural class of the Drumline camp here at CMU. It is worth noting at this point, Corey already explained a number of the key points that I was going to say, which is fine. You don't have to hear them twice. But it's worth noting none of these individuals are going to be playing cymbals in their marching band this year. This is a good example of the sort of work that we did. We didn't just work on their main instruments, we worked on a number of different aspects of marching percussion. These guys are actually going to help me explain those to you. But first, this is a little cymbal jam that they worked out for you, and we will play for you now. While the students are transitioning, what they're going to do is they're going to explain some of the different concepts. These are overall drumming concepts that will apply to any marching percussion instrument, somewhat less to the cymbals, but we spent quite a bit of time on cymbals, as you will enjoy as the morning goes on. And hopefully this will be educational and fun for you to experience. Here's Jay.
So the first thing we do for each of our exercises is a warm-up called 8 on the hand. It's an exercise where you play 8 hits with your right hand and then 8 hits with your left hand. It's fairly simple and easy, but that's really good because it allows us to work on stick heights and tempo changes, things like that.
We're going to go ahead and do 8 on a hand for you now with 2 different stick heights. So this is how we practice achieving uniformity as a drum line. And these guys have only been playing together for a few days, but over the course of a season, you'll see, hopefully, in your school drum lines at home as these guys go back, some real improvements in the uniformity of the stick height as they do their halftime and pregame shows. musically inclined, the first measure of this exercise is going to be the main note. The second measure will be the grace note, so that'll be the low note. And then you'll see flams, which is both hands moving at the same time. The third. You'll see them practice with each hand diddling, and then at the end of this exercise, you'll see them diddle with both hands, and you should hear the increase of the velocity in that thing. So if you were to plug your ears really hard, it would look like their hands are moving at the same speed throughout the entire exercise.
Strengthen up the second bounce of our temps.
Right, left, you would stick it like right, left, or left, left. This is useful for lots of different motion on the tenor drums in particular. It also has application inside with concert percussion and drum set, and it gives the snares a little bit of a different visual look, as you'll see here. Sequence. This is what we use to get from one portion of the camp to another as we would march and block with the drumline. The drumline would provide this, and this is something that many marching bands do a variation of in order to have some music going while they make long walks from place to place. This street beat sequence consists of 3 different street beats that I think you'll be able to appreciate as they change. 2 of them were composed more or less as group efforts. All of these are new this week. None of these existed before Monday there, and some of them are a little bit younger than that even. But to talk about one of them was written by Ben. I'm going to let him explain his composition a little bit.
This is a street beat that I was able to write in CMU's MIDI lab. It features several sets of triplets, and we all as a group decided to name Venice because the name is Vin.
So see if you can recognize that part when it comes up in the full street beat sequence. Thank you for your kind attention. We hope that you have enjoyed learning a little bit about drumming. And thank you, parents of these great drummers, for letting us borrow them for a week. We really hope that it is a lifelong experience that they can draw from in their drumming endeavors. Thank you again.
Let's do one more time for our Drumline camp and our color down on the field. Color, come on down.
Color guard, coming on down, color guard. Go ahead and grab your flags, put them on the front sideline and set up in a block so we can start doing our movement portion. This week we had the wonderful opportunity to work with these fine young adults. When we first enter a group or work with a group, we really start learning how the body works, what the mechanics are between all of our muscles, so we can really facilitate the knowledge of our body. Once that is solid and key, we translate that into the equipment. So we do spend a significant amount of time in our body, but we're going to set up in our, just a block so we can do our PAs. So right away we start teaching the alignment through the spine, how the muscles are connected through the body, how we're able to keep our carriage, and then work our lower body, some of our largest muscles engaging our core and then our legs. So we're going to show you our first exercises, which is the plies, and Mackenzie's going to lead us with it. Beginning of the week, strength is also a very important key. We manipulate a piece of equipment. We have endurance where we have to produce and show with full authority for 7 to 15 minutes at a time. Joan, being a very large inspirational portion of the University Mission Marching Band, she really believes, and I feel the same way, that the cardiovascular fitness is key and paramount. The first few days of camp may have been our students' worst few days of life because Joan pushed them to and beyond the limits that they knew of themselves, pushing beyond, but also continuing to make sure that we're staying within the range that we need to be. So they may have not appreciated the calisthenics and the warm-up sessions that we had, but they really did enjoy the strengths afterwards because they were able to really work through the core muscle and get full of their strength after that. But they did work their tails off. I give them a round of applause. Furthermore, into the dance class, we also took more of the skills of how we move across the floor, how we are engaging more of our upper bodies into a choreographed dance that our students are going to perform for us. Let's enjoy.
Now we'll all be gone, all our friends will move away, and they're going to better places, but our friends will be gone away. Nothing is as it has been, and I miss your face like hell, and I guess it's just as well, but I miss your face like hell.
Really explained a lot of the process of what a choreographer uses, the tools they have, understanding the students and the resources that we get the tools to support programming choices, understanding where staging can be used, where audience members may be looking, just to continue to help them grow beyond just an individual performer, but understanding the full perspective of how the color guard activity is. So we grew and grew and grew in our leadership, not just as the performer as well. Furthermore, we then continued into spinning a flag, so the members would go get their flags and set up a block. We reiterated technique. Many of the performers who came have previous experience, but each group, there is no national standard of what technique is. But with the camp that I teach, and try to reiterate to everybody that it's make sure we're using a technique that is safe and achievable by everybody. It doesn't matter what you choose to do, but everybody has to have the same understanding, and it has to be safe, so we're not causing harm to our students. Because back in the olden days, like Dr. Batcher would tell us, things are a little different. It was, you do it this way because that's what I want you to do, and that's what looks best. Nowadays, we have more a compassionate view upon it, because when we turn 40, 50, or 60, we don't want to be in a wheelchair. We want to be able to bend our knees. We don't want to have our replacements. So I make sure that we all understand how the body works, and we're not working against it, we're working with it to keep our students safe.
Okay, so in flag block, we went over some drop spins, and we're going to showcase some of that for you right now. Did like 525,600 drop spins through camp. We've done many, 50 showcases. That's just starting to warm up and so warm up their wrists so they can continue moving. So that's just a brief beginning portion of an exercise that we did. Next exercise I want to showcase is our cones. So go ahead and set that lower angle. This exercise really demonstrates how we carve through space. So when we get into choreography, we know how to work in the three-dimensional space. And I also had that exercise go, so we take our shoulders, instead of just spinning flat to the audience, we go all the way around the whole arena, so we have to build more of an understanding of where our personal space is and how to manipulate a piece of equipment in the 27 different points of space around the body. So, without further ado, our cones. That just begins to explore the space, then we start adding some more body and learning some more choreography. Go ahead and relax. During the week, one of my favorite sections is to take the music, take the drill charts, and go the process of what do I do next? I've been given these tools, how do I create a program? So we had like a 2-hour talk. Hey, this is
what the music's doing. This is what the drill's doing. This is a whole, taking the whole encompassing product of the show. What do we want to put where, kind of creating a timeline and a flow, and understanding the limits of what we have in regard, what's the best thing we can do, and what can we do to support that, and where do we showcase the best portion. So with all these ideas, we as a group, help design our next portion. So we're going to demonstrate a little bit of the show. I'm going to play with the music. We're going to do our feature-ish section of the show for you, and then we will be done, and we'll go over to the drum major. So without further ado, our section with the music. Straight up and down. That's where we're going to start. We're going to stop right at the end of the tune, after the opening. My pleasure to work with these students. It's always a wonderful treat for me to spend my time with them, giving them, sharing my passion for what we do as educators and kindergarten members, and just giving to the pageantry arts. So thank you so much for spending your week with me, and I hope I've given you something you can continue on and hold for the rest of your life. So thank you. And his staff.
Yep, there she is.
Hello again. Let's hear one more time for the color guard and the drum line. That was great. John and Tim are both world-class educators, and we are so lucky to have them here with us. On the field right now are the 121 drum majors that you've sent us from various schools. Over the course of the week, we've done things. We've taught them essentially everything that they're going to need to know about being a drum major, a leader, a conductor. Being a drum major is a multifaceted job, and it's not easy to get in front of your peers and stand up there and say, you know, this is what we need to do. Let's do this and be a leader. We've talked about being a servant to your band, putting others before us. We've talked about conducting, which we'll show you a little bit later. We've talked about how how to not just march around correctly, but how to teach it. We've talked about drill and drill shows, and not just how to conduct and kind of be there for it, but how to help teach drill and how they can make their bands a little bit better. What we're going to do right now is we're going to demonstrate a few of the basics that we've done on the field. Some of them are more traditional basics that aren't used as much anymore, and some of them are new to camp this year that reflect a newer style of basics. Here we go. Band at the ready. Bend, 10, hut, bend, parade, rest, bend, 10, hut, bend, horns down, bend, horns up. So as you see, you can say things like, band, clean your room, and off they'll go. See, I told you that. Right, pace, move. 1, 2. Right, pace, move. 1, 2. About, pace, move. 1, 2, 3. Left, pace, move. 1, 2. Left, pace, move. 1, 2. About, pace, move. 1, 2, 3. So if you want to turn them in circles, there's some stuff you can do too. Here we go. Left, pace, move. 1, 2. Mark, time, mark. And 1 and 2. Forward, move. And 1. And left flank, move. Roll and 1. Left flank, move. Roll and 1. Hey. Left flank, move. Roll and 1. Right flank, move. Roll and 1. Hey. Right flank, move. Roll and 1. Bend, horns down. Bend, horns up. Right flank, move. Roll and 1. Hey. 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 Ready, halt. Step and close. You have a very forward-thinking, very disciplined, very aware group of students. And things like that are much easier when we have those characteristics in a drum major. Right, pace, move. 1, 2. Freeze in. Arms. 1. Let's hear it for him, huh? Arms. We'll get some music ready up front. Conducting position, move. That was a more impromptu thing. We're going to be conducting the Star Spangled Banner. I believe that's a tune that every drum major should know how to conduct. It's one that even if they don't conduct it with their home band, it's probably going to come up sometime in their lives. Oh, you're a conductor. Would you mind conducting the Star Spangled Banner for us? Now you can say, sure, that's fine. So, without further ado, if you would please rise for the playing of our national anthem. Gentlemen, remove your caps. Here we go. Cue those drums, and it's buffering. Here we go. on a number of things about teaching them about not only how to do these things, but when to do these things, when to salute, when it's appropriate to show respect, and how to show respect in the appropriate manner. You know, and we talk about here, the marching chips, how we have a good relationship with our football team, and it's good to see, like, when they'll be out on the field, that they have a drum major on the field who's conducting their band in a respectful and correct manner, and that's one of the things that we've been working on. We're going to make room now in the front of the field for our Mace people. So Mace people, if you'd come and grab your maces, everybody else, assume that horns up position of attention. Everybody else, Mace people, grab your maces. Everybody else. About, pace, move. Forward, move. Ready, halt. About, pace, move. Altered parade rest. Parade rest. Good. I'm going to hand the microphone over to Mr. Kurt Mai, one of our Mace clinic teachers. Every day at 3:30, these students that you see up here gave up their free time to learn how to spin mace, how to use the mace, and so we wanted to make sure that they had a chance to show you what they've been working on. So Kurt, here you go.
Good morning. First off, I want to thank you for letting your kids come work with us this week. It's been a true honor and pleasure. I couldn't have done it by myself teaching Mace, so I want to do a quick shout out to my other instructors. Helping me out with the beginning class was Nathan Kralik, and in the advanced groups with Brendan Wilk and Taylor Hoytema, who are our two current CMU drum majors. So this is actually the first year that we get to show our Mace progress in our final performance. We're very excited about that. And because this is the first year, we're going to keep things simple. The first day, we started with learning our fundamentals. The goal is to create a foundation and then give them tools that they can work in and out of different routines so they can be creative with what they want to do. In order to do that, like I said, we need to create a foundation. That foundation is called our prop spin. We're going to show you that right now. Put. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Ready? Oh. Wonderful. Stepping off of that, we learned 2 other moves that can flow in and out seamlessly from the prop spin. We're going to show those individually now. Fall back to the attention position for me, please. Thank you. Next, we're going to show a left flourish. A left flourish. 5, 6, 7, 8. Ready? Halt. Wonderful. Fall back in that attention position for me. Another key building block of Mace is going to be on the opposite hand. It's called the right roundhouse. Show them how it's done. 5, 6, 7, 8. Ready? Halt. Advanced class, you can go at ease. Beginning class. 10, hut. So like I said, Nathan and I have to work closely with the beginning class, and we want to show our beginning class salute. That we focus, like I said, a lot on our fundamentals here. do a ton of really fancy, fast spins. But we did teach them the salute for whether it's the anthem, telling the box that their band is ready to compete, whatever the case may be. We wanted to give them the tools to succeed in that. So, our beginning group will show you their salute that we worked on. You guys ready? Great. Present. Arms. Relax. Wonderful job, guys. Nice done. Nice job. Well done. For advanced group, we're going to show one more fundamental technique that we were able to work on. That's called the rifle toss. With Brendan, the rifle toss. Advanced group shows. Yes. Thank you.
Bluetooth disconnected. Bluetooth connected.
The final thing we're going to show you is our advanced group salute that Brendan and Taylor worked on. As the class name suggests, it's far more advanced, and they've been doing a fantastic job. I want to say that all of the Mace students, they've done incredible work this week. A lot of the first few days, especially for the beginning group, is just getting used to not being afraid of the mace hitting you. So where we are right now is leaps and bounds better, and I hope that they continue to improve both groups this summer into their fall seasons. So the last thing we're going to do is our advanced group salute. Eddie's guys. Well done, all of you guys. Thank you so much for your hard work and effort. I hope you continue practicing so you guys do the best you can. Bye, friendships.
Let's hear it one more time for our Mace class. As our color guard and drum majors are joining us, and our drum majors and the whole camp is setting up to run the show on set one, there is one group of people I do need to recognize this week, helping us out, getting us from one place to another, making sure that we're taken care of in the dorms. Our YCs, led by our hall director Madeline. If any YCs or Madeline are here right now, please stand up. There they are. We appreciate your time and your investment in our camp and being here with us. We loved you just as much as we hoped you loved being with us. Oh, they're so sweet. Page one, everybody. Page one. So over the course of the week, we've been learning a drill show. And that show is sort of like what your marching bands will do at home, and they'll have drill charts and they'll learn a specific spot on the field and then another specific spot and how many counts it takes to get there. We learned about what would equal about a whole song's worth of drill in about 2 to 3 days. And we've cleaned it, and we have a show out there, which we hope you enjoy. The drum majors did something new this year where we gave them individual spots on the drill, and they taught themselves. So we actually had a competition about it, and the drum majors, the winner will be revealed shortly this morning. So it was very impressive to see them teach themselves. I've never seen a band or another group do what they've done. So we hope you enjoy our final campus performance.
See the drum market.
Ready and set. Folks, you have some pretty incredible kids. What we're going to do, a little more Bluetooth action. What we're going to do next is we have some awards to hand out. All of your kids have made just incredible strides this week in their various areas of expertise. We wanted to recognize a few people who really stood out and came out as leaders here and helped others achieve great things. So we will start with the drum major portion of the awards. Everybody else just kind of chill out. Great job. That's probably our best run yet. If anybody needs water, feel free to run and grab it right now. Okay. As soon as we're ready, we're just trying to finalize a few things up here. Feel free to, oh, okay, great. We'll start with our squad competition. During this competition, each group was given a set of drills to learn on their own, and when that group's drill was put together, it added up to what you just saw, part of the final show. They were judged on their marching ability and how well they stayed together, and the drum major of the group was chosen to conduct them, and they were graded on various criteria. So the winner of our squad competition was Squad F, Amy's group. Come on up. There we go. Let's hear it for Squad F. While they're getting their awards, we also had a saluting competition. Whichever group they could form up with, either their school or their rooms or individuals, and they salute. We graded them on originality, creativity, and precision. And the saluting competition winners are the ladies from room 705, Paulina Bees, Isra Darwich, and Lisa Mansfield. Come on up. Our next award is for Best School Squad. This is the school squad that showed the most spirit, the most unity, and the most camaraderie. And this year, the school squad award goes to the drum majors from Marysville. And Emily Hall. Well done, ladies. The drum major camp gives out an award for camp excellence. This award is presented to an individual who shows just great spirit, somebody who lifts others up and puts others first, somebody who is very aware of other people and just generally makes a positive impact on anyone they interact with. And this year, our Camp Excellence Award goes to Amy. Come on back. We give it a Most Improved Award, and this award is generally up to the staff to decide how, what criteria it's based on. This year, it's based on somebody who was here last year and has just improved leaps and bounds. So this year's Most Improved Award goes to Travis Cody. We do a lot of marching here at Drum Major Camp, And so our award for Best Marcher on the field, highest total, Best 85, goes to Mr. Noah Williamson. Of the people in Mace class, we give an award for Best in Mace. This person not only exhibited great skills with the Mace, but also spent time asking questions, making himself better, and helping others. So this year's Best in Mace award goes to Titus Sewell. As you saw earlier, one of the things that we spend a good deal of our time on in the afternoons is conducting. And at the end of camp, we have each conducting class allow a few people